Okay, whoa, sorry about that. Just jamming out to some music, and yes, I'm using wired headphones. I'm not ashamed to say that. But coming up on today's episode of Technoid, it looks like Apple is going to refresh the MacBook Air and give it a new, whole different machine. Got much details on that. Also on today's episode, Samsung's got more information on the Galaxy Bud 2's branding. We got a little bit more information. I will share that with you. And lastly, Samsung has confirmed they are going to show off the new WearOS experience on June 28th. And here's everything you can expect at that announcement. All of that on today's episode, but first guys, I'm gonna finish this song. And yes, I do like wired headphones. Alrighty guys, story number one, the main story, the MacBook Air. Now, I normally don't talk MacBooks as a main story, and usually, and I'm gonna be straight honest, views, but I wanted to talk about this because honestly, and I'm not lying to you guys, this is very interesting if Apple's doing this with the MacBook lineup. Now we know the MacBooks are getting a big resurgence with the M series chips, but we now know that there are some redesigns in the work, and it looks like the next MacBook up after the Pro, the M1X MacBook Pro, we are now going to see the MacBook Air. According to Mark Gurman, who is usually on point with some of these reports, and I gotta say, you know, Gurman has been so far proven to be very reliable, just like Ming-Chi Kuo. According to Gurman, he says that a high-end MacBook Air is in the works or being discussed by Apple. While there isn't too much details to go about, he does say that this is going to be an all-new model that we have never seen before and is going to be something different for any MacBook Air users. According to Gurman, the high-end MacBook Air will feature 2 USB-C ports, a more powerful Apple silicone chip, and according to the chip, it will be a successor to the M1 chip, featuring the same number of computer cores, but also it will run faster. On top of that, the graphics will get a big boost, but one of the biggest things that it looks from this MacBook Air is the design. Now, John Prosser did come out and reveal rendered images showing the MacBook Air in this new square design instead of a tapered design. Now, the design is very reminiscent to the new iMacs, and I think that the reason why I might be able to buy this is because the iMacs seem to pave the way for the new design, although personally I don't like the new design, but that's just me. But taking a look further, another thing that will be coming is the reported mini LED display, and then of course a MagSafe charging port. Now I will have to hold judgment on that part. Not saying that Gurman is wrong, but I think, and in this case, that MagSafe would be on the M1X MacBook first before we see it on a MacBook Air. But taking everything that Gurman said, basically, this MacBook Air is going to be kind of like a Pro hybrid, but also not a Pro hybrid. I don't know exactly where this falls in. But what I find interesting is that Apple is trying to keep the lineup diversified, but not trying to outclass others. Now, honestly, if you don't know, the MacBook sales have seen a big boost. They are now growing in market share. More people are buying into Macs ever since they switched over to the M series chips, and Apple marketed the hell out of that, especially with the ecosystem. So it only makes sense for Apple to do this. Now, there are a couple of things to take note with this rumor. It is early discussions. There haven't been official renders. There haven't been official things from, of course, like OnLeaks or other, sources. But the main takeaway from this report and the main takeaway from this story is this. Apple is looking to change up the Mac lineup, not only to make things look a little bit more quote-unquote futuristic, but they want to continue this pave way in performance. And I'm not against that because I honestly believe for the general audience, the general consumers, the MacBook Air is probably the most powerful computer you're gonna need. The M1 series makes it pretty much on par with a MacBook Pro with the acceptance of maybe a few cores and GPU performance. MacBook Air kind of does it all, so Apple shifting their focus on the Air also kind of indicates the moneymaker. That kind of leads to us to believe that. So let me hear your thoughts down below. What do you think of the reports of the MacBook Air and also this refresh coming with the MacBook Pro M1X? What do you think this sets up for Apple's Mac lineup in the future? Comment your thoughts down below. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Story number 2, keeping up with the momentum, let's continue on to Samsung. Now Samsung, we got a couple stories, so we're going to start with the Galaxy Bud 2s. Now I've already talked about the Galaxy Buds, I've already said what I've had to say about them. You can check out my opinion on that in the other episodes later on, also in replay. But Samsung is going to be coming out with an all-new generation of earbuds every 6 months, which is kind of usual. But we do now have a confirmation that it is going to be called the Galaxy Bud 2. According to a listing from Samsung themselves in reported website filing, we see the RAVN number, apologies, sorry about that, and also we see the official name Galaxy Buds 2. Now, just to quick summarize, the Galaxy Bud 2s are a follow-up to not only the Pro, but are going to be the start of a new Galaxy Bud lineup. We don't have much information on if this is going to be a mid-range or if this is going to be a premium headphone, but one indication is showing that this will continue the path of the Pro. It will have active noise canceling, transparency mode, better sound quality, and all the hoorahs that basically Bluetooth earbuds have been going in the direction. Now, I'm not mad about that, but I have been on record saying that I feel Samsung has saturated their lineup. I feel they have too many headphones, and I don't think, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I don't think that having those types of earbuds does great numbers. And I'm not saying that for sales. I'm talking about trying to lure an audience, because there's too many headphones to pick from, and if one's trying to be the follow-up of another and the other one's being a follow-up of another, why you gotta buy that one or this one? Not just because of price, but if I can get the same performance as the last year's model, why even keep it in the lineup? Look, I already explained this situation. You can check out my other videos, but main takeaway is Galaxy Bud 2s are going to be the next pair of the new refresh models that they're going to be. So we'll see what happens. And last story, the Samsung WearOS reveal. Now, I already talked also about this story, so I don't have to go into too much details. Now, as you know, Samsung is expected to reveal the new WearOS experience, and the date has been set and confirmed, June 28th, 2021. This will be a virtual event, and this is where Samsung is not only going to show other appliances, they're going to mainly show the WearOS experience change in the wearables. Now, this is a very, very big deal because this is going to replace the software for Tizen OS. WearOS and Tizen have integrated with Samsung's help with Google. They have come together to make a new experience for all users on Samsung wearables and also probably on their own wearables as well. So this is a very big deal for Samsung, and this could potentially shake up the wearable industry in a way that we haven't seen in a long time, because there has never been a true competitor to the Apple Watch. We have the OnePlus Watch, the Samsung Galaxy Watches, the Galaxy Watch Active series. We have let's see, what other watches do we have? Honestly, there are tons and tons, but none of them have been able to truly go toe-to-toe with the Apple Watch in terms of performance, health features, software, everything. But if this goes the way that Samsung is according to what they're saying, a new breakthrough experience in the wearables, this might just be the biggest move that Samsung and Google do together, because this is going to shape the wearables for Android users, and most of all, this is going to be the biggest game changer we've seen in a long time from Samsung and Google. So please keep your eye on this event. I will definitely be talking about it more on Twitter, which I encourage you guys to follow me at Technoid12. So guys, let me know your thoughts down below. And that's it for today's episode of Technoid. Now guys, really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, you can hit that dislike button. It helps circulate my videos as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all on the next episode. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care, stay safe, and peace!